Hey, Jordan here with ThatHumble Wrestling, ThatHumble.com. Hey, if you're on Twitter, follow me at Jordan_Verge over there. Welcome to our worst case scenario for WWE Crown Jewel. This is 10 things that we do not want to see at WWE Crown Jewel. But one thing I do want to see is the man I'm joined by today, Ted. It's at TedGITD on Twitter. How we doing?
I'm doing fantastic. ThatHumble Wrestling has finally made an appearance into the ether. Verge, I feel like you and I are just tag team partners for life.
But Ted, this is worst case scenario. Essentially, these are the things we do not want to have happen at WWE Crown Jewel on Thursday. Full transparency, we're recording this before the SmackDown go-home show, so we don't have the finals of the King of the Ring or the Queen's Crown, and they also might throw a couple extra matches in there, but I think that we have enough to know what we don't want to see at Crown Jewel. And it's a real fun thing, because what we're going to do is we're going to take turns saying one thing we don't want to see happen, and then the other person can react by either buying in or selling out.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Ted, I think my first thing that I do not want to see at WWE Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia is the King of the Ring not ending up in the hands of Xavier Woods, okay? Specifically, the idea of them not giving it to him or him earning it. He won a tournament, you know? I don't want it to be based on, oh, he didn't win, so we're going to give some heel heat to Sami Zayn or you know, Finn Balor. Maybe he turns heel, I'm not sure. But I want Xavier Woods to win, give him a crown, give him a scepter. I don't want it to be, oh, he lost in the finals, so let's give him some babyface sympathy. No, forget that. Give him a crown. I think he's earned it.
I would fully agree with you on buying in. I think it has to happen.
So,
worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. The thing is with Xavier Woods, he for sure could be WWE champion. You know, winning this,
Good.
Yeah, King of the Ring, that could propel him forward for sure. And I think they said with the New Day, you know, Big E and Kofi, they've won the WWE championship. I think they use it Freebird style. So Xavier Woods, he's already 2-time WWE champion.
I see what you did there.
Ted, how about you let me know what your
All right.
worst case scenario for Crown
Worst
Jewel is?
case scenario. In the Hell in the Cell match versus Seth Rollins and Edge, we don't see any spots or blood. All right, WWE has a track record of having bad Hell in a Cell matches recently.
Yes.
WWE also has a bad track record of Hell in a Cell matches with Seth Rollins. I swear to everything in my world that if we don't have at least some sort of fun spot, and to take that as full creative there, whatever fun spot you want to see, I hope we see it. Or some blood.
Are you saying that you don't want to see a big ass mallet there? You're saying that you don't want to see Seth Rollins Edge Hell in a Cell ending in a DQ?
No. Give me a clean finish or something, please.
Just a good Hell in a Cell match. So basically you don't want to see a bad Hell in a Cell match.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm buying in. I don't want to see a bad Hell in a Cell match either.
Let's change the pace here at Crown Jewel and let's get us a good one.
What I want is like you said, real spots. I think in the last Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, didn't they have, wasn't it like Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre? And they had like a crappy spot where Drew McIntyre took a back bump onto the floor through a table, but like they angled it so you couldn't see him going through the table, and then you could see that hand coming in from underneath the ring. Yeah. So you can't get away with that with a full crowd there. So I think we're going to see something. My second worst case scenario for Crown Jewel is that I'm sticking with the tournament aspect, okay? For my last one, it was I don't want Xavier Woods to not win the King of the Ring. Bunch of double negatives, but it ends with Xavier Woods with the crown. I'm touching on the Queen's Crown tournament now. And I don't want James Ellsworth to win this fucking crown, okay? Like, I need a woman to win the first ever Queen's crown. That sounds like a ridiculous thing to say, but
it needs to be said.
Crazier things have happened in WWE.
It needs to be said.
I just need to throw that out there. James Ellsworth or any other man does not. Here we are. This guy doesn't need to win the Queen's crown. No, don't.
Please.
I don't need Reggie. I don't need James Ellsworth. I don't need any of these boys over here walking around. I don't need another Santina Marella, okay? Put it on Shayna Baszler, Carmella. Put it on a woman, okay?
I'm buying in.
Okay.
I'm buying in.
I just don't want James Ellsworth, or again, another man, to win this Queen's Crown tournament, and then on SmackDown, they have to have a redo of the finals. So, like, Carmella wins the second ever Queen's Crown. Because I will never forgive them for that Money in the Bank. That was bogus.
That was lame.
Hey, Ted, what's your second worst case scenario?
All right, my worst case scenario is Roman Reigns loses and Paul Heyman turns on Roman. Things that I don't want to see happen. I can't have Roman lose, and I can't have Paul Heyman not be with the Bloodline anymore. The Bloodline has been the only relevant / fun / interesting storyline that WWE has in like the past who knows how long. I can't see Roman lose, and I can't see Paul Heyman without the Bloodline, just because it's a match made in heaven. They're so entertaining. And I swear to God, WWE, if you have Roman lose, and look, Brock looks cool as hell right now.
He does.
But this man does not need the title. Keep it on Roman. Keep Paul Heyman with Roman. I swear to God.
I am buying in so hard that that's one of my worst case scenarios too. And I'm just going to add on to mine right here. Yeah, I don't want Paul Heyman to turn on Roman Reigns and join up with Brock Lesnar and have Brock Lesnar win this championship. At this point, I just kind of want Roman Reigns to never lose the title, okay? I want him and Paul Heyman to be together forever.
Forever.
And I'm liking solo Brock Lesnar, truthfully. Like,
sure.
him talking, he doesn't need a mouthpiece. Like, any words that come out of his mouth sound badass because it's also attached to that body, you know? So Brock Lesnar does not need Paul Heyman. Yeah, I guess my worst case scenario, Paul Heyman. Let's throw something else in there. Let's workshop this. I don't want Paul Heyman to hit Roman in the crotch specifically.
The low blow angle.
I want him to not hit Roman in his crown jewels at Crown Jewel. All right.
That's gonna be on a t-shirt, ladies. Paul Heyman's going to come out Monday after, no, I'm sorry, Friday, the next, hold on.
It's on a Thursday.
Are they flying back home that night for SmackDown the next day?
In theory, but considering what happened at the last Saudi show where they had to, like, quickly bring in all the NXT talent for that Friday, in theory, they'll be back. One. Yeah.
Is Saudi just, like, on a Thursday schedule? Is that, like, their Sunday?
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. That just all connected at once. Man, so they're gonna have to fly home and get ready for Friday. Now they should have like a SmackDown out there. Just two birds with one stone.
SmackDown Saudi Arabia showdown. I'll just throw that out there. I know that
if Wrestle Kingdom could be 3 nights, we can have a super showdown in Saudi with a SmackDown super showdown. Throw all the S's in there.
I know that this Friday night SmackDown before the go home show is called Supersized SmackDown. So the Saudi Arabian Supersized SmackDown showdown on.
There's so many S's in there.
So I mean, we kind of shared that worst case scenario. I just threw in I want Roman to have his crown jewels protected, right?
That's amazing.
What is your third worst case scenario?
All right, my third worst case scenario is I don't want to see Bill Goldberg win in a squash.
Okay.
Keyword in a squash. Now, I think Goldberg wins, but I don't want it to be a squash. I think Bobby Lashley's too protected and too strong, for lack of better words, to lose in a squash match to Bill Goldberg. Yes, this is Bill Goldberg's like comeuppance because he beat up his son or whatever
beat the
that
fuck out of
story
his
was.
like 14-year-old kid.
But I don't want a squash match. I want a decent match. Now, there's not the word decent and match are not in a sentence with Bill Goldberg anymore.
No.
But I want it to go longer than 30 seconds.
And, it's a no-holds-barred match, so I feel like someone's going to get hit with a kendo stick, right? So I don't think it's going to be a squash match unless it's like a brutal, extended squash,
Somebody is going through the barricade.
Yes. Oh, my God. No. Over under 1.5 barricades broken in Crown Jewel. What do you think?
Which one's going to be broken? The one by the timekeeper?
Yeah, and then I think they
fix it. They fix it, then it gets broken again.
It's getting broken in this Goldberg and Lashley match, and then again in the main event, guaranteed. And then also in the Hell in a Cell match, the cell will be coming down and it'll accidentally break it a little bit.
Imagine sitting in those comfy chairs watching a Hell in a Cell match. That doesn't sound bad.
That sounds kind of like ideal, and also as if you're at home watching the Hell in a Cell. Yeah, I'm gonna buy into that. I don't want a squash match either. The only exception for a squash match that I would accept is if it was an extended 15 minutes of Goldberg just fucking killing Bobby Lashley, unprotected headshot, kendo stick, set up some.
The stairs will be in the ring.
The stairs,
that classic spot.
Duct tape his feet, start tripping him, do all kinds of crazy stuff. Do not let Bobby Lashley touch Goldberg at all, but make it 15 minutes.
We see Goldberg's son?
So, okay, I'm buying into yours, and I'm going to transition into my fourth worst case scenario. Okay. I don't want Miles Lashley, Bobby Lashley's son, to get involved, okay? I don't want him to be involved at all. Because I feel like if he is, he's going to take a Goldberg spear, okay? And I don't want it to lead to a Miles Lashley versus a Gage Goldberg match at Survivor Series.
I feel like I'm out of touch because of my work schedule Monday nights. Has Miles Lashley been a thing?
No, but he's his 13-year-old son IRL, and I stay away. All
Can
right?
we... look, I may not be buying. This might be the first time we don't buy in.
Okay.
Because I may want to see a Miles Lashley versus a Gage Goldberg showdown.
They get a bunch of other kids to circle them and cheer them on.
They give them sock and boppers, those big boxing air-filled gloves.
They bring back Raw Underground just to have this kids fight. Okay, I mean you can sell out if you want, but I'm just saying, I'm throwing that out there.
Selling out.
That's fine.
I mean, look, Gage got hit with whatever Lashley did. It's only fair, right? Eye for an eye.
No, we are not having an eye for an eye match. That's my next one. I do not want any eye for eye matches on this card.
It's fair.
Ted, how about what's your fourth worst case scenario?
All right, so I came up with 6. So this one I combined the 2. So
okay.
Hear me out. Mansoor versus Mustafa Ali becomes a Squid Game where we find out the leader of the Squid Game is Doink the Clown. I don't want to see that happen. Yeah. That's a combined 2 there because I couldn't get rid of either one. So I combined the 2. But it starts with Mansoor and Mustafa Ali, and those 2 have a Squid Game.
Just a 1v1.
Uh-huh.
They're doing red light, green light.
Yeah. It's
just a big ass Vince McMahon that just turns around, throws laser beams.
If you've watched Squid Game, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you'll understand. And the front man, the front man is Doink the Clown.
You know what? I'm kind of. Let me walk through this, okay? So in Squid Game, all of the I don't know the specific word, but the employees, they've got those masks on that look like PlayStation buttons, right? I feel like this is what Retribution was supposed to be. And you know who was the leader of Retribution?
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. I'm buying in, Ted. I don't want to see that.
Okay.
My last worst case scenario also has to do with Mansoor and Mustafa Ali. It's very simple. I'm going to just lay it out on the table. I don't want anyone to die. The only thing I don't want to die. I don't want anyone to die, including
Correct.
Mansoor's Saudi Arabia undefeated streak. I do not want Mustafa Ali to beat Mansoor.
I'm completely agreeing with you. In our prediction video that's going to come out, I have in there that I want Mansoor to have a crown jewel streak like the Undertaker has a WrestleMania streak.
He does.
It has to be a thing.
I think he's 3-0 right now, or 4-0.
Yeah.
So this would make him either
he won that Battle Royale that one time, the Royal Rumble that one time.
Yeah, I think he beat who did he beat too? Cesaro, and he beat Cesaro once, and I know it's not Seth Rollins, but I think he beat Seth Rollins too. I know that's not the case.
Yeah, well, he beat Seth Rollins.
I think it was Dolph Ziggler who he beat. So I think he's 3-0 right now.
Yeah.
And I want the streak to continue.
Protect this man at all costs.
Yep. All right. Ted, what is your last worst case scenario?
I don't want to see Big E losing the title after being attacked by Kofi and Xavier Woods, King Xavier Woods.
Oh shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't want to see Kofi and King Woods. What's he gonna go by? King Woods, King Xavier, King Game Mean Guy.
Yeah, I King Woods, the Royal Xavier, something like that.
I don't want to see. What if I don't want to see Big E lose the title after Kofi and King Woods turn on him and hashtag New Day forever.
Yeah, I don't know why you would even put that out in the universe. That is ridiculous.
Because
I am buying in. I don't want that to happen either.
Jordan, WWE loves to give us the things we want and then take it away from us.
But that would be a banger Survivor Series feud. King Xavier Woods going up against Big E. If we're going to have the New Day split up, let's wait a couple months. Make sure it happens at WrestleMania.
Yes.
So I'm buying in. Ted, these were our 10 worst case scenarios for Crown Jewel. Do you have any parting thoughts when it comes to this pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia on Thursday?
I don't. Isn't it like at a weird time too? It's like midday.
Yeah, it's like an afternoon show.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll watch it. I'll be able to tune in because it's work. So, I don't know. Am I excited? Nah.
All right. Hey, Ted, this was the worst case scenario for WWE Crown Jewel. We'll be back with Halloween Havoc, which is next Tuesday. We'll see you then.